Morning. What if everything you were taught about abundance was just one tiny bit of the truth? What if the key to receiving more, doing what you love, and feeling fully supported wasn't about chasing money, but becoming a match for what's already yours? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you won't just understand abundance, you'll feel it. We've all tried those vision boards, chanted affirmations, like a wizard in a candle shop. Maybe even listened to that 7-hour abundance frequency track whilst you slept. And yet, bills, burnout, or just that nagging feeling of, why isn't it working yet? That still shows up. That sound familiar? Hope you can hear me over the waves of the ocean. Yeah, I guess that's because most advice teaches you about how to want abundance, but not how to become abundant. Let's ground this if we can. Abundance isn't just money, it's the ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it. It's a gift, a conversation, a coincidence, a breath. Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." But I'll add, it's also having access to flow, generosity, and the felt sense that life is on your side. Something beautiful just happened recently. I'm not talking about being here in this amazing place by the sea. Just a while ago, I had around 430 subscribers. Then I released a video about thought transmission. And within days, something shifted. Suddenly, I had nearly 1,000 subscribers. The watch hours went way up. And even more importantly, the connection deepened. People started commenting, started sharing how the video moved them, how it mirrored their own inner experiences. That's not just growth, that's alignment made visible. So if you're wondering if your energy matters, it does. It always does. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for watching, for sharing, for speaking back to this space with such heart and truth. And this milestone isn't about numbers. It's about resonance, about how real this work is. Every message, every view, every time you let a part of yourself be seen in the comments, it really matters. And I am moved by it deeply, really, really am. There was a time when I thought my world was falling apart. I was unexpectedly suspended from my job, the job that had defined my sense of self-worth. At first, I really panicked. Then I remembered Neville Goddard and what he said, think from the end. So I began. I imagined a life of creative freedom. I walked daily, spoke to the version of me already living it. And what I saw as destruction turned out to be a bridge. The very suspension that shook me became the sacred pause that led me right here. Everything, is energy. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. If you want abundance, become abundant in thought, feeling, and state. This isn't about pretending either. It's about identity. What does What does the abundant you believe? What do they tolerate? Decline, embody. Most of us are running on childhood scripts, you know. Money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy. You need money to make money. 95% of your actions are driven by the subconscious. That's why affirmations alone don't really work. It's like trying to plant roses in a weed-filled garden. You've got to uproot before you can replant. Yeah, I followed a plan. I guess I would call it the subconscious reset process. A gentle but powerful way to release those inherited beliefs and install new ones. It took me a while, but I did it. I guess if you're interested in wanting to know more about what I did, feel free to comment below and I'll try and make a video on it. There'll be a few. And once you reset that inner, align the outer. Follow what excites you. And you get this. Act fully. Do it with devotion. But, and this is critical, do it without attachment to the outcome. Because when you act from alignment, the results, they come. But not always from where you expect. I'll have to make a video on how on earth I got here. I think it's interesting. Maybe you will too. Maybe you want to start right now. Take a breath. Place your hand on your heart. Breathe in the feeling of, I'm already supported. Exhale and imagine your whole body softening into trust. Let the breath remind you, abundance isn't coming, it's already here. Circumstances are neutral. Meaning is everything, you know. Every setback can either shrink you or shape you. You choose. Choose to assign a meaning that expands you. Even in contrast, you can feel the spark. Even in waiting, you can walk like it's done. You weren't wrong to want more. You were just taught to wait for proof instead of becoming it. So tell me in the comments, what does your abundant self know is true? What's one way you'll live from that today? If this spoke to you, like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you to all those who already have. Let's grow this space into a community of conscious creators, rewriting the story of wealth. And remember, I love you. And the space between us is already closing. Because the more you align, the closer your vision becomes. See you soon. Love you guys.